Okay, let's talk about something that happened a couple of days ago now, but it was the first chance I've had to talk about it, so I'm going to talk about it. Is that Elon went on a bit of a tear on Twitter. I think it was a couple of days ago now. I think on the 26th. Just having a pop at Farage and bigging up Rupert Lowe. And so I thought it might be worth talking about, because I don't usually do many segments, do I, where it's just sort of some sort of Twitter drama or some sort of throwaway thing. I usually do something with a bit more to it than that, but I thought this one was worth doing. I'm surprised someone didn't do it yesterday, to be honest. But anyway, so here at Lotus Eaters, we've never really made any bones about the fact that we're sort of pro Rupert Lowe. Mr. Lowe MP has been on Lotus Eaters,
yes,
more than once.
He certainly seems better than everybody else that's available to us.
He's the single best MP in Parliament at the moment, in my opinion. A lot of people think that way in the country.
I can't think of anyone better.
The single best one in terms of worldview and policy. Okay, so viewed in that way, it's a very, very niche position to take, isn't it? This one MP is like the guy, and everyone else is lame and crap.
I mean, they are.
In our opinion, yeah.
No, in fact.
Well, okay. And the whole, every single other MP in Britain is sort of worthless, if not sort of proactively an enemy. Well, it turns out that niche view is shared by the world's richest man, Elon.
Is that who that's supposed to be in the bottom left corner? Is that supposed to...
Oh, I didn't even see that bottom left corner. I don't know what that is.
Because is that just like an artefact of grafting
Yeah, I don't know.
Rupert's face onto Cromwell?
I actually hadn't seen that. If anyone's just listening to this, we've got an image there where someone shopped Rupert Lowe onto Oliver Cromwell in the film, the 1970 film Cromwell. He's like some sort of Lord Protector type person. And I believe Rupert Lowe actually really admires the real historical Oliver Cromwell as well.
Oh.
Didn't he call his dog Cromwell? Anyway.
I don't know.
So actually put up the next picture as well. Ha! Brilliant and funny picture. When he got his guns back after the police cleared him of doing anything wrong after the Zia Yusuf and reform allegations. So yeah, it turns out that our sort of fairly niche view, and if you believe Rupert Lowe haters on Twitter, that no one really likes him. He hasn't actually got a deep well of popularity. He has. And it's shared by Elon Musk, the world's richest man, arguably the richest man.
There is a weird thought from some people, some like sniping bedwetters, that you need, they like a politician to be successful needs to be a celebrity and famous, massively famous before they end up being able to achieve anything.
They need to have gone on Celebrity Jungle and like come third or whatever.
Yeah, which I don't know how true that is. I don't think there's any sort of logic behind that at all. And also, Rupert Lowe, wasn't he manager of, what was it, Southampton?
Not manager, he was owner, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was owner. So he has been in the public eye before.
Although I think Southampton didn't do well.
Either way.
Anyway, yeah, right.
Either way.
He's already been in the public eye before he was an MP, yeah.
And everything earlier on this year propelled him into the public eye when he was getting kicked out of reform anyway.
Yeah. So before we go on, just to mention, some people really don't like Elon. Like, some people don't think this is that much of a win. Well, let's see. Actually,
I mean, I'm not huge on Elon personally.
Yeah, well, I am. I'm a bit of a bordering on a sycophant.
You're a fan.
Yeah, a little bit, almost. Yeah. But let's be reasonable here. Is he perfect? No. Has he come out with some things which I don't agree with? Yeah, absolutely. Like that HB1 thing over Christmas. Do you remember?
Yes.
Like,
that was.
I don't like that. I don't agree with that.
That was the initial thing.
There's a number of things Elon said over the years. Sure.
I will say I don't mind. I don't mind when he came out about Trump earlier on this year before the whole Epstein files debacle, which we'll get to in the next segment. But he explicitly said Trump's in the Epstein files, which is why he doesn't want them released. And then it turns out, according to a recent report, that Trump was told by Pam Bondi in May that he's in the Epstein files. So Musk was telling the truth there, according to the reports that we can see. So I don't think he's all bad. I just think that he is. I think he's very changeable. I think he's very fickle, and I think he can jump from one subject to another.
Yeah.
I understand why people why people like him, though, because obviously being the world's richest man, if he's backing your movement, if he's on your side, that's a lot of clout and power and money behind it.
Well, that's sort of my thinking on this. This is my take, is that it would be mad to sort of turn your back on that, to not want that. Because, spoiler alert, there's nobody out there that is going to make everyone happy. Right? And so, in my mind, Elon is way more based and positive for our side of the aisle, our side of the ledger, than not. By a long way, by a long, long, long way. I mean, with the Trump-Elon fallout a few months back, I was sort of fairly immediately just went on Twitter and said, yeah, if I've got to pick a side, if I have to, if it's a binary choice, I choose Team Elon. But no, is he perfect? No. No.
Again, I'm happy for him to supply money as long as that money doesn't come with some bad, like, transhumanist strings attached to it, where he's like also getting your brain chips in there.
Yeah.
Also support all of this weird AI stuff that I'm doing with Peter Thiel and other people.
Right. So my angle here, my take is that it's good, but I don't want people to think that I'm sort of mindlessly pro Elon. But you know, my feeling is that it would be crazy to sort of reject it or turn your back on it because he's not like the purest of pure English nationalist type person.
Of course, I can understand that.
Okay, so, I mean, and he has been talking about it for a while as well. It's not just suddenly, 2 days ago, suddenly decided to pipe up about Rupert Lowe and the rape gang inquiry and the problems that Britain faces and all that sort of thing. I mean, so he just posted the English flag. So, yeah, Rupert Lowe is, as hopefully everyone knows, putting together an inquiry, right? A rape gang inquiry. And Elon sort of boosted it. Obviously, anything he posts gets massively, massively boosted, doesn't it? So yeah, he boosted Rupert Lowe there, which just from our point of view, you know, sort of pro Lowe people, we're pro Lowe here. That's just great. That's just great
Those
to see.
services can be acquired for a quite a reasonable price for marketing and PR.
Talking of which. Oof. What a brilliant segue. It wasn't even planned. We didn't plan that, did we?
No, we did not.
Perfect.
There you go.
But think about buying an Islander magazine, $14.99 plus postage and packaging. It's a bit more money if you need to get it sent to America or something. But
you Americans are far richer than the rest of us, and you love to tell us as well.
Yeah.
So if anything, you've sealed your own fate there, buckos.
Ed Dutton, Cole Benjamin, Dave Green, Morgoth. So, you know.
Pretty base lineup.
Our own Luca Johnson. He's a very good writer.
He is.
All right. So on with the Musk-Lowe connection. So yeah, over the course of like I don't know, like one afternoon or one evening or something, he retweeted Matt Goodwin. Again, that's quite a good example. It's like meh, but I'll take it. Like I'll take it.
I mean, Matt has, for all of his personal faults, I'm not a huge Matt Goodwin guy. He has collected a lot of useful data, and so boosting the data isn't a bad thing.
Yeah. So he retweeted that, and so here we are. He's talking to Tucker.
Oh God, this is from last year.
Yeah, so he's talking to Tucker back in like almost a year ago. In fact, let's just listen to it actually.
There were, and I'm simply stating a fact, there were migrant rape gangs in England that would run around and prey on young girls, gang rape them, and some people found that objectionable, which obviously it should be objectionable. And they were upset about that. And so they complained about it online and were sent to prison. That sounds crazy.
Right, he can talk about anything. He can say anything he wants, right? Doesn't owe anyone anything. And he's choosing to sort of bring attention to that. Like a year ago. So great.
Well,
I mean, brilliant.
I think any person,
Thank you.
Any person of reasonable mind should be able to learn about that and say, that's awful. Some people should be doing something about that.
Right. So in response to that, I retweeted it with, and my tongue is firmly in my cheek here. I said, "All hail good King Elon, first of his name, he saved every one of us." A Flash Gordon reference there. "Oh, all hail King Elon the First, Lord of Tesla, Master of SpaceX, Prince of the PayPal States. All hail the mighty Lord Musk, Father of the Earth, Emperor among men, he saved every one of us, amen." I'm joking there, it's meant to be comic hyperbole. But I also
you don't have to explain the joke to me, Bo. But it's fine, just because I'm a massive cynic. It's okay.
But I freely admit that I've got concerns about some of Elon's views. At least for all that HP1 thing, for example. But yet still, thank you for doing this. Right? Thank you for bringing attention to sort of forcing it from being swept under the carpet again. Right? I appreciate that. I will take that. I'm happy to take that. So that was a year ago. Another one.
As if thrown by the very hand of Zeus himself.
"And lo, good King's Musk's vengeance fell upon the land as a thunderclap." This is all a reference to sort of ancient Assyrian kings. This is exactly the sort of thing like Tiglath-Pileser would have written about himself.
He slew. Their women's he bespoiled. What are you saying about Musk? Could that be libelous?
Oh yeah, didn't even think about that. I'm not saying he actually did this. I'm just saying he's...
Elon, if you're watching this right now.
I'm trying to liken you to an Assyrian emperor, not a sex criminal. But his vengeance fell upon the land as a thunderclap falls from the heavens, as if thrown by the very hand of Zeus himself. Their menfolk he slew, their women's he bespoiled, their cattle and oxen he stole. Mighty was his wrath and pitiless was his countenance. That is...
it's a powerful statement.
That is pretty much literally the sort of thing that Assyrian, badass Assyrian warlords had written about. So I just want to make clear that I'm a bit of an Elon fanboy.
I think you've made it plenty clear.
But once again, not mindlessly so. But I'll take this. I will take this with the recent thing that little girl in Scotland just trying to defend her sister from being assaulted or sex crimes and things. Elon comes out just completely... He said, "Start by condemning the grovellers and collaborators in positions of authority in Britain who aided the rape epidemic of their own people or turned a blind eye to their responsibilities, both civil and criminal prosecutions." Yes! That's what we've been saying. That's what someone like Rupert has been saying. Yes, justice.
Well, people need to...
Justice.
People need to be punished.
Yes.
For allowing this to happen.
And it's not just a niche position to hold that.
Well, I say allowing this to happen like it was some natural force, like it was the wind and somebody forgot to close the window and so something got knocked over.
Right,
No, this was people
very deliberate, very
doing
calculated.
this on purpose to cause the situation we're in right now. What was it?
Over 28.5 million views.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing attention to it.
Barbara Roche under Blair, and then Peter Mandelson, also under Blair, actively just opening up the gates and inviting people in. Was it Mandelson said that they sent out teams to get people here? Yeah, there's not an accident.
Mandy. I think Mandy's the ambassador to the United States right now.
Oh, brilliant.
He really is like a turd that won't flush.
Yeah, aren't they all?
God. Okay, here's another banger. He's retweeted Rupert again. I believe he might have pinned this one briefly. He said, "I would like to help fund legal action against corrupt officials who aided and abetted the rape of Britain, per the official government inquiry. Please reply below for consideration." Yes, thank you. Do I share every single view that Elon has? No. Am I thankful for that? Yes, very much so. Very much so. He's prepared to help fund legal action. Got the deepest pockets in the world.
Yeah.
Amazing. It's sort of amazing. Again, he could sort of fund anything he wants, right?
Yeah.
Within reason.
I mean,
almost anything in the world he could get behind, throw his weight behind. And he's choosing this. Amazing.
Well, if I had the kind of money that he did, this is the sort of thing that I would be doing. So, you know.
It's like a bizarro Jules Soros, a reverse Jules Soros.
If he follows through with it, if actual if action comes of this, then I can't do anything but applaud it.
Yeah. So I retweeted that, saying, "Oh, what this? Oh, just good King Elon, first of his name, pinned Prince Rupert, pledging the deepest pockets in the world to our cause, using the most powerful spotlight in the history of civilization to champion nativism and justice in these islands. No biggie." Obviously, I'm being sarcastic there. And that's how I feel. That is sort of my genuine feeling. And I got most people agreed with me, but you got the odd one saying, "Oh no, he has got this odd view about whatever, or he's not perfect for this reason or that reason." But there you go. I actually got that tweet retweeted by David Icke, the David Icke.
Really?
Yeah. And he was having a little bit of a go, like essentially he just cut and pasted a poem about the spider and the fly in the parlour, like being a bit cautionary. I think, I don't really know, but I think he really hates Elon for whatever reason.
Yeah. Again, I suppose I can understand and agree with the sentiment to be cautious of people.
Yeah, right.
Like this. That's why, for me, when genuine action comes of all of this, if there is follow-through, if there is funding actually given to people who get real change and action from that funding, then I can't exactly say no. I can't criticise that. But while we're still in this phase, I also advise caution. Yeah, but it's looking all right so far.
That's fair enough. One super quick thing I'd like to say: I don't really like getting into internet drama, the minutiae of internet drama, but I replied to David Icke with "OK Boomer" GIF, and I regret that. If David Icke ever watches this, which I highly doubt he will, there was no need for that. That's me being petulant. I like David Icke. I genuinely like him. I might even delete that because that's just petulant.
I've found a number of his books in Swindon charity shops before. If I'd known that you'd like him, I would have picked them up for you.
Again, a man I don't agree with on everything that he's ever said. Absolutely not. Is he a fascinating, well-read person? Yes. Do I respect him? Yes. In fact, I am going to delete that GIF.
You heard it here first, folks.
David Icke, please don't hate me.
You can fact check this a week from now and try and search for that.
Let's move on from that because that is just the minutiae, the weeds. Okay, next thing. What's the next thing? Okay, yeah, as I say, Elon went on a bit of a tear. Is that he then retweets Rupert again? We're getting on for time a bit here, so I'll whip through things here. But he says just the government needs to enforce the law. Or he has a pop at Farage here. He says, unfortunately, the reality is that Farage will do almost nothing to protect Britain. Again, exactly the talking points. Exactly our talking points.
I've not seen this this post that he's retweeting. Was this Farage just attacked me for backing mass deportations? Let me be clear about what happened. Sorry, and this is from 2 days ago. Is Farage still attacking Lowe for being in favour of, emptying this country of violent, criminal fifth columnists?
I think, I might be wrong, but I think that's a reference. That tweet from Rupert is only 2 days old, but I think he's referencing what happened months ago.
Well, he says just attacked me.
Oh, okay.
So that's
He did it again.
Oh, he did it again. Okay.
Really? So that is
right.
recently
So there you
replying
go.
to something recent.
Okay.
Why would Farage? He flip-flops so much. Like, we were talking to Atherton yesterday, and he was saying that Farage is going more hardline on it again recently.
Not really.
But then at the same
tiny bit.
Then at the same time, within the same few days, he says, "Oh well, we had to get rid of Lowe because of his support for mass deportation. That's far too extreme for us." It's like, make your mind up.
Yeah.
And that's why Elon, I will say, is completely correct here.
So again,
you can't be trusted.
It's exactly our talking points that Farage will do almost nothing to protect Britain. This is obvious. Yeah, it seems to me, yeah. Existing law is clear that anyone who was an accessory to aggravated rape or murder, especially of children, is guilty of serious crime and must either serve time in prison if a citizen or be deported if not. The government simply needs to enforce the law. Yeah. Thanks for sort of highlighting that.
If of foreign background in the first place, I would say we could still strip them of their citizenship, take Josh's idea, seize all of their assets for all of the money that we've spent on them in benefits over the years, which we inevitably will have done. These people are not just in this country abusing our children. They're subsidised by the government to do so as well, essentially. Because I don't think we should spend an extra penny housing these people in our prisons.
Yeah, any of their confiscated property or wealth can go towards their plane flight or their boat home. as well.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have to pay for that even.
Reimbursing the people of this country who've spent so much tax money funding them for so many years.
So again, if anyone remembers, a few months ago, or was it back in January, or I think right at the beginning of this year, I think that was when it was.
Yeah.
There was Nigel and a few other senior reform brass went over to America and had a meeting with Elon. Do you remember that? And Elon pretty much immediately afterwards just said, Nigel isn't the guy.
Yes,
he sort of got. It seems like he got his number immediately.
He was suggesting that he was going to support them with a hefty amount of money, and then he met them and went,
no.
You're a bit of a shyster, mate.
Yeah, it's a no. And it was in Parliament, and look, pretending it's funny, they don't care. Yeah, no.
We just missed out on tens of millions of pounds.
Bronies, what fools. Okay, and Nigel wanted to try and mend fences afterwards, but Elon's not interested in that, I don't think. Again, this is just a bit over... he was snubbed a while back, and now it's in news like, what is this, The Independent... or The Express. The Express just saying that Elon sort of been throwing yet more shade at Nigel. He calls him weak, which he is. I mean, that's just a correct... If you're honest with yourself, if you're not just a complete Reform Party shill and loyalist, then you would have to come to the conclusion, and you want the best for Britain, that to put it as kindly as possible, Nigel's weak sauce. I mean, of course, I think it's more than that. It's deliberate, very, very deliberate containment, as far as I'm concerned. Very, very deliberate. But there you go. And then other things to say that. Elon retweeted this guy who's retweeting Rupert. So the point is just to sort of end the segment here, basically to sort of make the point that it's not just some sort of personal vendetta against Nigel for the sake of it or something. It seems that Elon is sort of interested in, seems to be genuinely interested to some degree in the narrative and discourse in England and Britain and what's going on. I mean, he's retweeted Tommy a number of times. Look, he's talking about Ben Habib here. Advance UK will actually drive change. Well, maybe, hopefully, I don't know about that one. But yeah, like he's retweeted Tommy a number of times, for example.
Right, I know we've had Tommy on before, and I know that a lot of people love Tommy. I worry with anything Tommy gets involved in, he has this amazing ability to suck everything into his orbit and turn it into just him, rather than, like, in the past few years at least. So I would worry if he's doing something that it will inevitably turn into something that gets abandoned in the storm of drama that always comes up around him.
Yeah, I mean...
So I'm happy for Rupert to do his own thing.
Yeah, of course. No, sure, yeah. No, absolutely. But again, I'm of the position that, Tom is, for my taste, is a milquetoast Sivnat. Like, he's a choir boy compared to me.
I can't disagree with
you. Compared to you and me, he's a bit of a choir boy, his actual views, right? But nonetheless, he's on our side of the ledger. Like, he wants the best. I believe he genuinely wants the best for Britain. So I'll sort of take it. Our movement will have to be a broad church. It will have to be a big tent. We'll have to be able to accept all sorts of people, and all our views won't perfectly line up and be really pure and everything. Now, that's how big tents work, right? Let's take, for example, the conservative movement, right? It needs to be loads and loads of normies and boomers. Like, otherwise you won't win hundreds and hundreds of seats.
I think
that's the end game here. To win, if you're going to win at the ballot box, you need to win hundreds and hundreds of seats, which means you need a massive base of tens of millions of people.
I think there is, for me, there's a difference between purity testing and being able to get along with people who don't share all of your views, and recognizing people who overall can, at least today, can be net negatives in their contributions, and I'll just leave it at that without
fair enough.
Getting any further. Because of course I don't need to agree with every little fine detail with somebody ideologically if they're helping to push the movement along. But if they're somebody who mainly gets involved in drama and mainly kind of pulls the movement into themselves and makes it about themselves rather than actually helping to advance major goals. And especially then if they're incredibly open towards still forms of mass migration, as long as it's done legally and of the right people, I feel that is not somebody who is going to actually help push the goals that I am going for. It seems to me at that point that there's a major divergence, that one of us is going to have to move on, and I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not going to be the one to move, because I know what it will take to save this country from what's happening to it. And just a different, just anti-Islamic civic nationalism is not what is going to save this country.
It's not good enough.
It's not good enough.
Yeah. No, I agree. I hope that's clear. Ben Habib, also sort of a friend of the channel, been on a number of times. I even interviewed him myself a while ago, back when I was actually in Reform. And Elon will sometimes sort of retweet Ben Habib. He retweeted this tweet from Ben Habib. So Elon is aware, even if it's only superficially, really, what's going on over here. Like he was tweeting about Lucy Connolly.
Yeah.
Simply, this madness needs to end. Yeah. That'd be nice. Just retweeting. Retweet Tommy again. Retweeted Tommy. Tommy retweets Elon, and so on and so on and so on. You get it. Okay, so I guess we'll end the segment there. It's just nice to see that that Elon is boosting Rupert, because you might not completely agree with everything Tommy says or everything Ben Habib says or whatever, but we're pro-low here at the Lotus Eaters. So if he's got the backing of the world's richest man and one of the world's most powerful men, whether he's in any kind of office or not, Elon is one of the world's most powerful men. So to have that backing, even if I don't agree with everything he's ever said, I'll take it. Let us know in the comments if you don't agree with that.
No, I'd like to see the discussions in the comments. I do not come into these things intending to be the contentious one. But if I'm not honest with my views, then I'm lying to you and to myself as well. And the way that I see it, I mean, Lowe, as far as I can tell with his actual views on what needs to be done, seems much closer to what I think needs to happen than many of the other people in that kind of centre-right sphere.
Yeah.
Like Lowe seems to break away from those guys in a lot of issues, which is one of the reasons that I do respect and support him and what he has to say.
Same here.
And what he can offer.
Absolutely.
For the movement.
Who are the men that pig for scraps amongst the ruins at the end of history? You should know, because you encounter them every day. Between the towering buildings of a fallen empire, we find the Fellahin, the historyless men, who know nothing of the turning of the cosmic wheel and find themselves outside of civilization itself. Cut loose from the great chain of being, they represent the loam into which our dying culture will return. That is, unless we choose to take up the burden once again. This Fellahin condition is the subject we explore in issue 4 of Islander magazine, on sale while stocks last and available worldwide at shop.lotuseaters.com.